how to overcome being treated unfairly at your job, and how to overcome the job shortage situation in America. For y'all who've been watching news for the past couple years, constantly in the news, it keeps talking about, oh, there's a job shortage in America. Oh, there's a job crisis in America. People running out of jobs. Y'all, you got people to where they're so afraid of losing their jobs to a point because they know that there's not that many jobs out there, especially if in a competitive state like New York, even a competitive city like the major cities in America. There's such a big competition for jobs. So you have a lot of people to where they're afraid of losing their jobs. You got people to where they're being treated unfairly at their jobs and they don't know what to do. You got people to where they are so afraid of losing just one job because, according to statistics, good percentage of people in America are one paycheck short of being homeless. And many people are living paycheck to paycheck. And y'all gotta understand this, right? Is that you cannot put your eggs in one basket. You cannot put all your eggs, all your hope and trust in one area of your life. And this is what I see many people do. You cannot just rely on one job, one situation to get you by in this life. You got people complaining, oh, I got this, I got all these degrees, I got all these credentials, nobody want to hire me. I got all these professional credentials, nobody want to even take a chance on me. Oh, I can't find a job, I applied to 500 jobs, nobody's even taking a chance on me. Y'all gotta understand, right, is that you cannot rely in a lot of these companies. You have to go, and like I said, this is many videos, right? God has called many few guys to higher levels than just a 9 to 5. You gotta understand is that being a follower of Christ, God's purpose is higher than the world's purpose. When you follow the ways of this world, He'll just have you in a rat race, just going back and forth like the average person. People, they graduate high school, they go to college from 18 to 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Then after that, many people, they hop in the work field. They work until they're in their mid-60s. Then after that, they gotta retire. People gotta wait till their mid-60s to retire. You got people to where they're so stressed out at their job, they're not even happy. Some of their jobs won't even be treating them right. Some of these jobs they paying y'all be like $14 an hour, and you got rent, you got mortgage, you got the light bill, cable bill, especially if in an expensive city or state. You got all these types of different bills to pay. And some of y'all, your jobs, they won't pay you not even no more money. And for some of you guys got all these credentials, and you can't even move up. You can't even be promoted to the next level. Some of you guys be applying to some of these jobs, and these jobs be telling you, oh, you overqualified. Oh, we don't want to hire you. Sorry, best of luck next time. What do you mean overqualified? What are you talking about? If a person is willing to do the job, if a person's applying, that means to give them at least a chance. You don't just sit down and just say, oh, they overqualified. Because we all need to start somewhere. That's why these companies don't understand. We all need to start somewhere. And they be talking about, oh, you overqualified. In other words, for some of these companies, we can't take advantage of you because you got all these credentials. We can't take advantage of you because you could easily leave because you got all these different options. Probably due to your education or due to your work experience. So, how do you overcome these situations? How do you get through this? Y'all gotta understand, right? To get through this in these days and times, you need to have something on the side. I've said this in so many different videos, I'm gonna keep saying it. For this is to help all the people watching my channel and people discover this. Because a lot of people, they just keep trying and trying and trying, and some people are complaining and frustrated. You gotta understand is that you, like I said, you cannot put all your eggs in one basket. People always want to talk about a 9 to 5. Man, I gotta go to my 9 to 5. Man, I gotta wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Man, my vacation, and then I gotta go back to that place. Have you ever thought that maybe God is calling you to something higher? Have you ever thought that maybe God wants you to branch out and do your own thing? People be talking about, man, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I could barely even afford to take care of myself. Listen, if you're in that type of situation, you need to have something on the side. I've said this in so many different videos. You guys cannot keep relying on one job to get you by in this life. That's why so many people, as soon as they get laid off or they lose their one job, They are depressed. Many people go into a mental depression because they don't even know what to do because they got bills, they got mortgage. And people be talking about this how some people turn to a life of crime. But you gotta understand, right? You don't have to do any of that. Have your own stuff on the side. Even if you do not want to become a full-time entrepreneur, have your own thing on the side. Have your own thing going. People be talking about 9 to 5. Okay, you work at 9 to 5, but what do you do from 5 to 9? What are you doing for yourself when work is over? What goals are you accomplishing? What ways are you looking to make extra money? What ways are you looking to get extra money in your pocket? Because you just run at 9 to 5 for 99.9% of people is not going to make you rich. You have a set salary. If your job says you get paid at $28 an hour, you're $28 an hour. So, if you want to get your bills paid off, if you want to do something successful, you want to be great, you need to have something on the side. You need to bring your God-given destiny, your vision, God-given vision to pass. God has equipped so many few people to higher heights. God has equipped so many few people to do greatness. God has given you guys so many different ideas that could take this world by storm. And yet, people would rather give all their hopes and dreams to a 9 to 5. They'd rather give all their hopes and dreams to another person's dream, to another person's company. But instead of working on your own. Instead of you doing your own. Yo, some of you guys are so talented, it's not even funny. And yet you guys be stressing. Talk about, oh my God, I'm scared to lose my job. Oh, I gotta go to work. Why don't you do something on your side? Why don't you do something on the side? You might have the next vision, the next book, the next business, the next t-shirt business. You might not have the next stock, whatever type of business you into. That might take the market by storm. You might be next big thing, and some of y'all don't even know it. Just giving all your hopes and talents away to another person's job, to another person's company. So, like I said, some of these companies be mistreating y'all. Some of these bosses be talking to you any type of way. Some of them be treating you any type of way. Like you're not a human being who got feelings and emotions. Some of them be trying to throw papers in your face, try to talk dirty to you, try to get in your face, scream at you because they believe because they got more credential, because they're your boss, they could treat you any type of way. Y'all need to have something on the side. I've said this in so many different videos. Stop relying on just one job. Listen, y'all, even if you start a business that's bringing at least $500 a month, at least that's extra money in your pocket. At least you have a backup in case your business, in case you, God forbid, something happened at your job. You have other options to rely on. You're not just relying on one paycheck. Listen, y'all, when you live this life, man, and God gives you so much wisdom, you see through all the stuff that this world pushes. Oh, go to school from 18 to 22. Ain't nothing wrong with going to school, because even I went to school, because I got a bachelor's and a master's. Ain't nothing wrong with having that backup. But I'm just saying, though, do not just put all your eggs in one basket. A lot of y'all got great ideas, and yet you're too scared to take a chance. Oh, I'm afraid my business might fail. Oh, I don't know if this might happen. Oh, and what if nobody buys? But guess what? Your 9 to 5 is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. You go work tomorrow, especially if you don't have a union job. You go work tomorrow. The boss says, oh, I'm firing you. According to law, they don't have to even give a reason in pretty much most states to even fire you. They could just fire you for any reason. And then you are gone. Understand this, yo. Be smart, be wise. Do not let the world deceive you. Because there's nothing that's a guarantee in life. You go work tomorrow, God forbid, and they tell you you're out. Be smart, yo. Be wise. Do not just put all your eggs in one basket. God has equipped some of you guys with different business ideas. And people be talking about, oh, you need a business, you need employees. People be talking about they entrepreneurs, you need employees. Well, that's definitely not true, because you got online businesses bringing in 6, 7, and 8 figures per year. Who says you need all these different employees? You got people on platforms like WordPress or Substack making 6, 7 figures off of blogs, off of affiliate links, off of e-commerce. So what are you guys talking about? Listen, y'all, you understand that when God give you a God-given vision, when He got to give you a God-given destiny, you cannot let everybody know. Because you're going to always have those haters and those backbiters talking in your ear. Oh, man, you shouldn't be doing all that. Oh, you shouldn't even be thinking about that type of job. You shouldn't be thinking about that type of business. Because you might not succeed. Or you might fail. Oh, what if this doesn't work out? People be trying to put the spirit of fear in you, man. Because they probably don't have the heart to do like you do. Just because they don't have the guts to do like you do. They be trying to make you look like, oh, what you're doing is going to be bad. Oh, what you're doing is going to fail. But guess what? At least take a chance in yourself, because you don't know what that chance might be. You got people who start all these different type of businesses and they end up becoming 6, 7, and 8-figure people. And they never thought that business was going to take off. You don't know. And guess what? Even if you try and it doesn't work out, God forbid, because I really pray y'all make it out. You know, it's for you real followers of Christ. Pray y'all make it out of poverty, whatever situation you're in. At least you can try and say, at least I gave it my all. Do not be restricted, y'all. God is not a God who just of one thing. God wants his people to be unique. God wants us to do different things that is holy and that's not sin. God wants us to think about out the box. Don't just stay in the box. Don't just stay in the rat race. The people who make the most change are people who think outside the box. The people who bring the most change and influence in life are people who think ahead. Think ahead, plan ahead, because many of you guys can be great. You can be great. Some people be wondering, I'm applying to all these jobs, nothing is going through, they want to hire me. Have you ever thought that maybe God wants you to start your own thing? Have you ever thought that maybe God wants you to do something that's going to be for his kingdom? Something that you own? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe God's showing you a sign. Maybe God's showing you something that you should start doing something. Do something from 5 to 9. No, just right at 9 to 5. Do something from 5 to 9. That can help make you extra money. That can help take you to the next level. People be working these 9 to 5s, doing all this overtime, some of them. They got all these gifts and talents, yet they giving all their body, heart, and soul to a business they don't even own. And yet when they come home, they have nothing for themselves. Yo, please. I'm telling you, y'all can be great. Do not ever doubt yourself. You can be great. You're a follower of Christ, you can be great. God can call you. You don't even know where God can take you. Remember in the Bible, God asked King Solomon what he wanted. He said wisdom. Not only did God give him wisdom, he made him the richest man to ever walk this planet. Never underestimate where God can take you. Do not give up on your dreams and goals, your God-given dreams and goals. Because they can open up doors you never thought that were there. They can bring change you never expected. Stop. People be spending all this money and nonsense, and yet they want to look at a person and say, man, you can't even start your own business. I don't even believe in all that. I don't think I could do all that. And yet when they come home, instead of them working their God-given dreams and goals, what they doing? Wasting their money going to the club. Wasting their money in alcohol. Wasting their money in weed. Wasting all their money watching all these NFL and NBA shows. Obsessed over sports. When them athletes are millionaires, well, you gotta get up the next day at 5 a.m. and go to work. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Work in your God-given goals. Work in your God-given destiny. Don't just be stuck in the rat race. Because God has called many of his people to be unique. God has called you to think above. For a lot of y'all, God has given you guys wisdom. Never doubt yourself. You can be great in this life. Just understand this, y'all. Many of these jobs, many of these companies nowadays, they're not going to always be the best place to work. You're going to experience managers talking all types of ways to you. You're going to experience people treating you dirty. You're going to have to probably deal with some employees in your job who got this to say about you, who going to hate on you. So understand this. The place can be very toxic. So you got jobs laying people off and all this. People are scared to get laid off. Never put all your eggs in one basket. God has given many of you guys great business ideas. You can be the next millionaire in your family. You could be a generation curse breaker. You never know where God can take you. Especially with you being a follower of Christ. You never know where God can take you. You might be able to start a business that's going to change people's lives. You might be the next big thing in the market and nobody even thought about. Never doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. Because in this day and time, we can't just be restricted to one thing. Because the enemy is attacking many people. And when the enemy sees that you're afraid of something, he could try to use that fear against you. But nevertheless, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, share, have a blessed day.